On behalf of your Board of Directors, I want to welcome you to your 2012 annual meeting. We appreciate you being here tonight and giving us the opportunity to report on this year's activities at Central Texas Electric Cooperative. Your board is committed to keeping you informed about the co-op you own. We are going to take a different approach in our presentation tonight. Each chair of a board committee will report on the activities of their oversight areas. Before we begin those reports, though, I would like to recap some of the recent history of our relationship with LCRA. In 2011, CTEC and 9 other LCRA wholesale customers opted not to extend their power supply contracts through 2041. LCRA decided that those 10 customers would no longer have the ability to purchase a portion of their power from the competitive market. We also signed an agreement with CPS for a majority of our electric load for the years 2016 through 2021. In 2012, we signed an agreement with NextEra for approximately 20% of our load through 2023. On June 28th of this year, CTEC, along with 6 other LCRA customers, issued a breach of contract notice to LCRA, citing discrimination among wholesale customers by eliminating the ability of this group to access the competitive power supply market. This is a direct violation of the contract provisions guaranteeing uniform rates and pricing alternatives for all wholesale customers. On July the 18th, LCRA initiated a lawsuit against CTEC and the other 6 utilities, requesting court to authorize a temporary restraining order to keep us from terminating the contract. On July the 24th, a Travis County District Judge denied LCRA's petition for this temporary restraining order. A hearing was scheduled beginning August 27th, which is expected to include arguments on the merits of the case from both sides. Following the video, we will update you on what is happening with LCRA. But since it has become a litigated matter, we are prohibited from making detailed comments, but we will share with you what we can. One more thing before we begin the committee reports. Members will elect 2 new directors tonight. Alan Goodwin is from Kendall County, and Doylene Bodie is from Gillespie County. We look forward to both of them joining us in our commitment to provide you reliable electric service at a reasonable cost.
Good evening. I'm Riley Kothman from District 3. I'm the Board Vice President and serve as the Chair of the Benefits and Compensation Committee. This committee strives to ensure that all CTEC employees, as well as the Board of Directors, are reasonably and adequately compensated for the job they do on behalf of the co-op. Over the last few years, the compensation and benefits package that employees enjoy has been adjusted on a periodic basis to allow CTEC to compete in the marketplace for skilled and qualified workers. We do this to attract well-qualified individuals and retain them once they are employees. A stable and fairly compensated workforce is our goal. This makes good business sense in addition to strengthening the communities and economies in our service territory. During the past year, in compliance with our bylaws, the compensation paid to directors was reviewed to ensure adequate compensation for the time and commitment made by your board members. The co-op is a $145 million business with multi-million-dollar decisions routinely made in the boardroom. Identifying and securing reasonably priced electrical supplies for CTEC members has become and will continue to be an almost ongoing activity, an activity that requires both time and expertise to accomplish. Well-qualified individuals that are able to dedicate the time to CTEC and board member training can pay significant returns. The monthly compensation paid to board members had not been adjusted for 20 years. As a result, monthly board compensation was increased to $500. The Benefits and Compensation Committee is committed to making prudent compensation recommendations to the board that continue to put CTEC in a competitive and secure position for years to come.
Good evening. I'm Charles Pearson from District 5, and I am chairman of the Community Service Committee. The goal of our committee is to monitor how we interact with our communities and how we communicate with our members. Your board of directors and employees at CTEC want to see the communities we serve succeed. Why? The answer is simple. We live here too. We are all local people working for local good. CTEC has strong community roots, having been in business for 65 years, and we're not going anywhere. We open doors for our young people with scholarship programs and the annual Rural Electric Youth Tour trip to Washington, D.C. Every year since 1965, 3 high school students have been chosen to tour our nation's capital. While there, they learn about leadership, teamwork, and American ideals. Another program benefiting local students is the CTEC Scholarship Program, now in its 15th year. To date, we've awarded $384,000 in scholarships to local students. In 2012, 30 scholarships were awarded to graduating seniors. Funds for these scholarships do not come from your electric rates. A state law passed in 1997 allowed nonprofit electric co-ops to dedicate unclaimed capital credit funds to student scholarships. Your co-op has also been able to offer some significant financial assistance for communities in our service area with no rate impact to our members. In cooperation with a grant from the USDA, we were able to provide a $400,000 low-interest loan to the Comfort Independent School District to build a new high school. Once the loan was repaid, the co-op was then able to loan $480,000 to help the Hill Country University Center complete a new campus in Fredericksburg. Upon repayment of that loan, the co-op was once again able to use that money to help the citizens of Sunrise Beach. They wanted to buy their water system from the LCRA, and a low-interest $500,000 loan was made to Sunrise Beach Water Board last year. 3 communities within our service area have benefited from one grant received in 1997. The Operation Roundup program, celebrating its 10th anniversary this year, is a voluntary program where CTEC members can round up their monthly electric bill to the next whole dollar amount. The program has been able to award 80 grants totaling over $76,000 for local families and organizations experiencing severe financial challenges. This is another program that is not funded by your electric rates, but is completely voluntary and reflects the compassion of others we have in this community. Your co-op also seeks to reach the younger members with our annual sponsorship of the 6th grade Powerhouse Energy Conservation class at all middle schools within the service area. This class focuses on teaching students how habits at home affect their electric use and electric bill. We believe the investment in our children and youth are important not only for their future, but also for the future of the communities and our nation. For more than a decade, CTEC has provided internet service to folks in this part of Central Texas. Earlier this year, we rolled out our newest internet service, Exceed. Customers are extremely happy with this new improved service.
In 1999, I got my first dial-up connection, and I went with Central Texas because my daughter-in-law and a friend recommended them. I was perfectly happy with CTESC dial-up. In 2007, I upgraded to Wild Blue because Central Texas quit providing dial-up service. And I was a little bit upset with them because I was so happy with what I had, but I didn't realize how much better Wild Blue was going to be. And then when I heard that Central Texas was going to offer Exceed service and it was going to be even better than Wild Blue, I asked Stephen to put me on the list. And so this past spring, I got my new satellite, and the first time I clicked on my email, immediately it started downloading, and I said, wow, this is as good as he promised it would be. I've been totally happy with it. It is much faster than Wild Blue. It is dependable. I believe if you try Exceed, the first time you click on your email, it will prove to you that it exceeds all your expectations for speed and dependability.
Have you noticed our website has a new look? The address remains the same, but more information has been added. In addition to convenient ways to pay your bill, you can also find the current status of projects in the field, links to articles and recipes, in Texas Co-op Power Magazine, and even videos showing energy-saving tips to use in your home. Check it out. It's a handy reference tool. In our June Co-op Magazine issue, we reported a new phone system to improve communications, especially during outages. A new software package, Call Capture, will be combined with new phones to provide caller ID and a notification system. With this, calls can be tracked and returned. We'll also be able to make important emergency announcements during large outages or state-mandated rolling outages. So if you haven't updated your phone numbers with us, please do so to help us better serve you. We continue to seek innovative means of communication with our members. So if you have suggestions, please let us know. As always, employees remain ready to respond to any inquiries you may have. Let me encourage you to stay engaged with your co-op, giving us feedback so we may continue to serve you well.